Okay, now let's do a question that involves GST. So it says here, I bought a computer for $500. GST, which is taxes in Alberta, was 5%. So how much did I pay in total, including taxes? Well, let's find out. The first thing we want to find is the amount of GST, right? We want to find that first. So for the amount of GST, we know that GST is 5%. And we know we're looking for 5% of 500. Hence, the amount of GST is simply 5% of $500. Okay? Now, to find 5% of $500, let's first start by finding 10% of $500 because we know how to find 10% really well. So 10% of 500 is simply going to be 500 divided by 10. And anytime you divide a number by 10, remember the decimal place just gets moved one over to the left. So my answer would be 50. So 10% of 500 is $50. Now, if 10% of 500 is $50, 5% would just be half of that because technically speaking, 5% equals to 10% divided by 2. So if 10% was 50, 50 divided by 2 is 25, right? So that is simply just $25. So I say 5% of $500 is simply $25. So now, next thing I find is my total costs, right? My total cost is going to be equal to the original price plus my GST, which is my tax, right? So to find total costs, all I simply do is take my original price or the original cost of $500. I add it to my GST, which is $25, and my total cost is now $525. And this is how you would do a question with just GST by itself, not including any discounts.